Let's start this video off with Keanu Reeves. Where exactly do I begin? This man is one of the world's most beloved actors. I mean, what's not to like? He has been in so many good movies. He carries entire franchises on his back like some sort of unbeatable holy knight. He's excellent. I would love to be this handsome. To be an avenger of slain dogs. I'd like
to take his face off.
Look at the movies he's starred in.
First, repeat after me. I have no talent.
I have no talent.
But before we had The Matrix and John Wick, there was Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. The original movie for me was a haze. I think I can remember seeing it once in school, thinking it was nothing more than a pretty fun history movie. Later on the internet, I discovered people talking about this random history movie I had forgotten about. It was then I discovered that they were making a reboot and a second sequel to it. I went back and watched them both to see what memories I had hidden away from the good old early 2000s. I have to say the movies weren't perfect, but they weren't bad either. I definitely enjoyed the second movie more than the first one. In Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, they get killed and sent to hell, only to befriend Death himself after beating him at board games. Also, there will be a few light spoilers in this video, so skip ahead to here if you want to avoid them. Plot. This movie takes place years after Bogus Journey. This time they are tasked with coming up with a song to save the entire universe and unite the world. They are having trouble coming up with said hit song and are running out of time and also dealing with the threat of their princess wives leaving them. I think a lot of artists can relate to having to come up with good material while under pressure. Sometimes it can be difficult to get those creative juices flowing. So they travel through time in hopes to steal the song they need from their future selves. Their daughters from the present go on a separate journey through time to help them create the song. The people from the future send a robot named Dennis to kill them in hopes it will stop the universe from collapsing in on itself. My favorite scene is when Bill and Ted try to get the robot to kill them, but instead the robot wants to kill himself, and he succeeds in sending all three of them to hell. When they get there, they thank some demons for directions, and the demons are just dumbfounded at the idea of a robot getting sent to hell.
What is that, a robot? Yeah, that's a robot in hell.
The characters. Bill and Ted and their wives in this movie acts as a logical progression of where these characters would end up in the future. Their wives about to divorce them makes sense given how irresponsible they are. It also makes sense that they would struggle to come up with new music given that they are supposed to suck as musicians. The daughters are alright, but one of them is clearly trying harder than the other at acting. I need to say that Death is my favorite character in this trilogy. I like how he is just lonely and likes to play petty games. When they find him in this one, he's by himself playing hopscotch. Who in the world does that? It's sad. It's just odd seeing the Reaper of Souls playing bass and getting sued by his band members. Conclusion. Look, these movies are dumb, but that's the point. There's something to enjoy in these movies that I think you'll get if you're a fan of rock and metal. The climax of this movie is kind of a clusterfuck that falls short, but that's alright. It has a lot of fun time travel shenanigans that would be irksome if you tried to make sense of it all, but still. Modern sequels of old properties are usually really bad, but this movie is pretty good. And that, dudes, is my verdict. Leave what you think about this movie in the comments. I try to read every single one of them. I've been recovering from COVID-19 these past few weeks. That might be why my voice might sound a little bit strange. Maybe not. But anyway, it's most unrighteous. At least I'm certain I'm not gonna die from it though. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, all that jazz. Have a good one.